Hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine and this is Christine Sews a Lot. On Friday Sews, I talk about what I've been working on, what my upcoming sewing plans are, and a little bit about life. If you want to find other sewing vloggers with a similar style, you can search in the YouTube search bar above for Friday Sews. It's a fantastic community. So if you've been following me, you will know that I've been doing a lot of sewing for other people and I'm ready to do some me sewing. I had a couple of projects I wanted to finish up before I started sewing for myself again, and I'll talk about those now. So the first project I want to talk about is my Project Dress a Girl dress that I have completed for two challenges. For Project Dress a Girl, which is a charitable project being run by Madi Sews here on YouTube, and Madi Sews for Curves over on Instagram. I'll link her information below if you'd like to find out more about this. I am also going to be entering this dress into the hashtag Sew Purple to End ALZ 22, which is being run by Michelle of Michelle Sews Again. Both lovely, lovely people, and I'm happy to support them in their projects. Now for this dress, this is the Teagan Dress by Violette Field Threads. I have done a tutorial mini series where I've demonstrated different techniques while sewing this particular dress. So I've showed how to install a neckband, keyhole opening, and how to extend the neckband so you can make fabric ties, how to insert an elastic casing at the waist, and you'll see this brings the waist in just a little bit. It might be hard to see in this fabric, but it's a nice optional detail on the pattern and it's not difficult to do. It's got a real gathered waist here, and I've sewn it in this cotton lawn. It's Robert Kaufman Glow, I believe. And inside my sewing room, it comes up more blue because of the lighting I have here, but it is definitely purple with all these fun splotches of color. It reminds me a little bit of fireworks, and I think a little girl is really gonna love this. So I'm gonna link in the end cards and in the description box below the link to the video tutorials if you're interested and would like to check them out. So I got that finished, and then the other project that I was working on for someone else is for my little grandson who is going to turn 7 soon. And I sewed him a little outfit that he can wear after he goes swimming and wants something a little warm and snuggly to put on. He actually did request another pair of Hudson pants. So I sewed it up in this fun print. It's a tiger print on blue. And I thought that this would be just super fun to wear when he gets out of the pool or just hanging out. The fabric is lighter. It's a DTY, and I don't think I've worked with that before. Very similar to a double brush poly, and I'd say the quality is not great. So with the bottoms, I made him a raglan long sleeve top to go with it. This is the Fathom 5 Rash Guard by Polywoggles. It was a free pattern for signing up to the newsletter. This pattern comes together so quick. You sew the sleeves on the back, then you sew the sleeves to the front, you stitch up the sides, and then you've got a neckband and sleeve cuffs. Now the neckband, you do put that on before you sew up the sides, but super quick. Just hem the bottom, good to go. I made both the pants and the raglan top in an afternoon. Charlie likes to get involved in these projects for the grandchildren, so he picked out the tag. It's a Kylie and Machine label, I think, or maybe it's Little Rosy Cheek. I'll put down below which it was, but it announces that today is a good day. So we put the same label on the top and on the Hudson pants for him. I almost forgot to tell you what I'm wearing today. I am wearing the Hysope blouse by Durandal Patterns. I sewed it in this rayon challis rifle paper print, and I really do enjoy it. I added 2 inches to the length for perspective. This is meant to be a crop top, and I have it hits right at the top of my waistband. So I can wear it with high-waisted or with other garments. And I've gotten a lot of wear out of it this summer. I've sewn 2, and I have Emma from Sew Do It Emma to thank for this. Emma is a bit of a temptress, so be forewarned that if you go watch her channel, she's gonna sew beautiful things. She's gonna introduce you to beautiful fabrics, beautiful patterns, and you're gonna be tempted. But I don't mind, because I was tempted to buy this pattern. I've made 2, got loads of good wear out of it, and I also was tempted to buy the Evelyn skirt, and I've made 2, and I'm on my 3rd. So go follow Emma. I've linked her information below. I love to sew for other people. These charitable causes really make me feel like I'm using my talent and gifts for helping others. It fills my tank. But I must say, the plans I have for sewing for myself fill me with excitement. That's very different from the pleasure I get in sewing for others. And some of it I think is fabric choice, but I think a lot of it is that I'm really looking forward to wearing these things that I'm planning on making. So I've already completed one thing, and I'm 60% through another, and let me show you what it is. So I have completed the cuff top by the assembly line. This is in a cotton lawn. It's Robert Kaufman Hello Lucky. I have not been able to find this in this colorway, but I think it's still available in other colorways. It's just some leaves, floral foliage type in this pretty purple against the green background. Now, I was unsure about this pattern because I don't know how I feel about grown-on sleeves. There's all of this extra fabric under the armpit, and I just don't know about it. But what I do know is I enjoy wearing the top. It's comfortable. I love this chunky cuff, and I've already worn it twice already. So I think that means I like it. So I think I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of it. The hem hits me right at my high hip. I'm 5'4". I don't think I extended the length any on it. It just fits right where I want it to. So the next sewing project is the Evelyn skirt View B. I have made 2 Evelyn skirts with View C, and now I'm trying View B. I think after I finish the skirt, I will do a review of the pattern. And where I am so far is I have sewn the fronts and backs together. I have my facings interfaced. I just need to pin and sew these together. Then the next step is going to be to sew my facings, both the slit facing and the hem facing to the skirt. Don't you love this fabric? I love the deep richness of this blue. This is Bluebird by Cotton Steel. It's a Japanese cotton fabric. Love this. I've had it in my stash for a while. I made something for my mother-in-law in this a couple years ago, and I've been waiting for just the right thing to make something for myself, and I think the skirt is going to be it. It's a little lighter weight than what the pattern calls for the mini skirt, but I think it'll work. And let's talk about this. View B is a mini skirt. I'm going to insert a stock photo up here. And I added 2 inches of length to it. I think this is going to hit me right at the top of my knee, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think that it's going to come as a nice, neat skirt on me with that added length, and it's not going to come off as a mini skirt. And that is what drew me to the pattern. But I've made 2 of View C, which I love, and I'm thinking of making another one. So isn't that funny? Do you ever do that? Buy a pattern for one view and then you wind up making multiples of a different view? Let me know if you've done that, because that's certainly the case on this pattern. I have one more project that's cut out, ready to go, and that's behind me here in my project bag. This is the bag that I'll take back and forth to a sewing club, sit and sew, that kind of thing. It is the Amethyst project bag from Sew Sweetness, and I do love this bag. So I cut out the sagebrush top while I was living with my parents before we bought this house, and it's been sitting in this bag for a while. I should get onto this soon, but I have a temptation that may bump this down one project, and let me show you what it is. I have had my Cleo Pinafore sitting in my closet, tempting me with its funness. I love this pattern, but it is a little too warm to be wearing this corduroy Pinafore. It was so easy and fun to make. I loved the facings. I loved this fun rainbow serger thread. And best of all, I loved the fit on this. I followed a couple of tips that I got from Karen from So Little Time on sewing the Cleo, and I have to say I love this dress. I'm going to link Karen's information below, but she has a video because she has sewn many of these where she talks about her tips for getting a good fit. I am going to do a little something different when I make this one, which I'm going to talk you through. So first, let me show you the fabric I have picked out. I am in love with this fabric. This fabric is begging for me to cut into it. I've already washed it and dried it. I dried it on really hot so that if anybody did me a favor and washed it after I sewed it and threw it in the dryer instead of hanging it up to dry, I wouldn't end up with something that didn't fit. I am so in love with this fabric. This is a Ruby Star Society print. I think it's called Darlings 2, yes. And it is 80% cotton, 20% linen. I love the quality and the feel of this fabric. I believe it was about $14.25 a yard. And I love the print. I am not one who typically goes for novelty prints, especially for me or something that I would be wearing. But I think that those scissors and snips, the design of them is cute enough that it doesn't come across as too novelty. Let me know what you think. I definitely convinced myself that this would make a great pinafore, and the woman in the shop who was helping me also agreed that it would be great as a pinafore. So this is a fabric that I'm going to use to make my next pinafore. So I have all the pattern pieces. I've sewn it before. It was a quick, easy sew. The only thing I'm going to do different, I did adjust the pattern to flare out a little bit per Karen's recommendation, but I'm going to line the skirt, because even with flaring the skirt out a little bit, it does creep up a little bit as I walk when I'm wearing tights. So I'm going to use some lining fabric so that it'll be slippery against my tights and not ride up as I walk. I'm really looking forward to getting that Cleo Pinafore sewn up. Now, as to what's going on, very exciting, at least for me and for Charlie, as we have a new mattress being delivered today. Both of us are not very good sleepers, and I'm hoping this new mattress is going to help. So, pretty excited to get that. It's supposed to come in the next couple of hours. That'll be exciting. Since we're both terrible sleepers, I'm going to try to change some of my night routines, and one of them is to turn off all the electronics earlier than what I have been doing and do a little reading. If you have a favorite book or something that you're reading that you think others would be interested in, let us all know in the discussion box below. So next Friday, I will not have a Friday Sews. I can almost guarantee it. I am going to be going to watch the grandsons for a long weekend, and I'm going to have my hands full with the three of them. Really looking forward to it. So I'm going to give the oldest grandson his birthday gift early, and I'm sure I'm in for lots of play, snuggles, and book reading. And I don't think I'll have time to edit and post a video. I want to thank everybody who's recently subscribed and all of those of you who keep coming back. It really means a lot to me that you take your time to watch my videos and comment, like, and subscribe. And it helps YouTube know to push my videos out and help my channel grow. And I thank you so much for that. Until next time, I hope you have a joyful week and that you find the good in all things, especially sewing. Bye.